CBAI.
Hey all, this is Cam with CBAI. Today I'm going to show you one way that you can make an explosion sound using Suno. This would be something like maybe for a video game you're making or for your project. So let's hop in there. I do want to say in advance that this is AI, so results may vary, but this did work for me, so we're going to try it again, see if we can make it happen. So what you got to go to is Library. Oh, actually, excuse me, go to Create. I'll get that loaded up. And then from here, what we're gonna do is go to Upload Audio, agree to terms, and then just record a sound of your own voice making an explosion sound like your little kid. So we'll go in here, record audio, and then you make sure that it's gonna say I'll allow it, and then I'm gonna make once the recording starts, I'm gonna just make an explosion sound. Alright, so let's listen to it. Okay, so then I can trim it here with these arrow keys. So I'm going to try to get it as short as I can. Let's check that. I guess I can't get it to just only play the part that I trimmed, but let's trim it. We're finalizing. While it's doing that, let's name it explosion sound. Upload, maybe. Whatever you like. I don't really need an image of that, so I'll just confirm and save. Alright, so now it's down here. You can check it by clicking it. Okay, so I did do something kind of funky where it just did it 6 seconds. That's not really what I wanted, but that's okay. So it may, because of the limits of Suno, I think the absolute shortest you can get is 2 seconds. So we'll go to dot dot dot, edit. Let's see, I think it's under crop song. It'll bring you to the crop page. So my sounds here, for some reason I added all this extra section. Clearly I don't want that. One thing that you want to know about crop is that be sure to select the section that you want to keep. I find this weird personally as a user, but you actually just want to highlight what you're trying to keep here. And so we'll do that right there. I believe, like I said in a moment earlier, that it's only going to let you have about 2 seconds of time. So I'll try to see if it'll let me go all the way. Crop it after you've highlighted the one you want to keep. Alright, let's see if that works. Okay, so I did notice something. It didn't allow me to keep my crop. It didn't produce the correct thing, or it basically errored that it's not going to let me crop it for that short. So I'm going to go in again and make sure that it's at least 2 seconds. I know that 2 seconds will work. So let's 4.2 to 6.2, that's 2 seconds. Let's just do that for now. Let's try again. Okay, so now it worked. Now I have my 2 seconds. Let's check it. Alright, good enough. Okay, now what we're going to do is go to dot dot dot, create, extend, and we're going to extend it from, I think 0, 1 is probably better. You can see down here the spot that you're going to extend it from. Let's check it again. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, let's try it. Let's click instrumental. You can make it V4 or 3.5. Let's try V4. Alright, well, it's giving me a warning. The clip you are extending was made with an earlier model version. For best results, remaster the clip before extending. Let's just do what they say and make it 3.5 for now. And then in style of music, I'm going to try, and this one you can mess around with variations of what I'm doing. I'm going to try explosion sound effect. Highlight that, oops, and then just go like this. As many times as you can fit it in there. That one, the last time it didn't let me. Okay, and then let's just try it. Name it explosion sound effect. Just to keep it safe, let's start it from 0. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Nope, it won't let me. Okay, so make it from 1. So we're gonna let that load. Okay, so I did the work here of looking through both of these. I just played them and clicked through, and I did find that the snare drum of this track has a decent sounding explosion sound that would fit for a video game. It's not exactly what I was going for, so I'm gonna try another trick. But let's listen to it, and you just listen to the snare drum. I could just isolate this later and use this. Okay, so that's not like a big complicated explosion sound, but it could work for a video game, like a simple simple video game. So I'm gonna resave that one, and then the other thing that I'm gonna do, let's go up. I'm gonna try a new method. So I'm gonna go to my explosion sound effect and go to, again, I'm gonna extend it. I'm gonna try something a little bit different though. Okay, so I'm gonna just take two. I'll just call it take 2. I don't have a method of this really. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try one in V4. Let's see if that works. And then I'm gonna try one more thing, and that's gonna be do it in V3.5. But I'm gonna turn it off instrumental. We won't actually have words, but we'll just go like this. Like this, maybe a couple times. And then I'll try this. It's kind of just experimenting and seeing what I can get out of it. Maybe like this. SFX. Seeing if this will prompt the AI a little bit better. And I just put that in there for kicks. Okay, let's try a take 3. Alrighty, so we've got our additional sound effects here. This looks like I listened through these in the little break there as they were loading, and looks like if you take your sound effects and use V4, that does seem to produce the best results, and I'll show you. And the other thing I did here as a recap was that I did it as V3.5, but I added meta tags to try to direct it to do what I wanted, and that did work as well. It worked better than the first thing that we tried, which is just to extend it and then use explosion sound effect as the style tag. So let's try this one. This was pretty good. I got a lot of different sounds out of it. Check it out. so that one did kind of turn into a song at the end there, but there's still once you get these, I'll show you. You can just jump into Audacity, which is another free program, and you can just like select the section that you want to use as your sound, and you can modify it a little bit. Even if it's music, you can make it kind of sound like a sound effect. Let's check out this one too, the other V4. This one was pretty, let's see. This one I think was not as good. Let's check it out. Okay, I remember. So it does give you a couple of explosion sound effects in the beginning, and then it goes into this like synthwave track. It doesn't really play any more explosion sounds other than that. And then this one worked out really well as well. Explosion sound effect 3. Let me show you what that looked like. So this one we used version 3.5 up here, and we extended. But this time, when we kept the style explosion sound effect, but this time we used instrument. We unchecked the instrument box that we used the lyrics, but we didn't actually add lyrics. We just added tags to try to get it to do what we wanted. So I used a bunch of versions of explosions tags to try to get it to do it. This one worked out better. The second one was not so good, so I think we can skip that, but the first one was pretty good. Check it out. Okay, it goes on like that, but this was pretty cool because using those tags, we were actually able to get several different versions of the file off one, so you don't have to waste credits. That was cool. I was just experimental as I was making this video, and that worked out pretty well too. So that being said, let me show you what you could do if you wanted to get one of these, because as we saw earlier, I was having a bit of trouble getting it to go any shorter than 2 seconds. This was my 2-second clip. It still wasn't short enough if I wanted to use it like in a game or something, because I don't want that extra space at the beginning. So what you can do is go to whatever sound you want to use, or whatever track you want to use. Let's try this one. I actually downloaded these already. So we'll go to download MP3 audio. Click that, download it to your system, and then we'll hop over into the next one called Audacity, and I'll pause that here. Alright, so what we're going to do is pull up Audacity, which is a free program. Now for some reason, I don't know why, but when I'm doing my video editing, I cannot get it to show the file button. Maybe it's built-in security or something, so you won't be able to see this, but you would want to go up to File on the top, or you could press Control Shift I to import your audio. But anyway, go to File, Import Audio, and then pick whichever one you want to edit. I'm gonna pick, let's see, we did 2 take 2s. I'm gonna try this one. So it's gonna pull in your audio, and then here's where you'd go to make your sound effect. This would be, let's listen to it. Okay, so that could be my explosion. It's not a realistic sounding, but it does sound something like a boss being blown up in an old school video game. So find that section of the sound that you want to edit. So decide the section that you want to use, and then go over here. You may need to zoom in or zoom out to do what you need. So I'm gonna go, since it's kind of long, I'm just gonna do like this to help myself out, and then just start deleting your track. If you can get it to go, let's go all the way out. You might need to zoom out a little bit. like that. Delete that. Okay, and now I have a little sound effect. Check it out. Okay, that's my explosion. Alright, so then what you'd want to do is go over to File. Again, apologies, you can't see me actually clicking on this, but you would click on the File button in the top left, and then from the drop down, I would recommend saving this project. So you could go save project as whatever you want to name it in your operating system. This is going to save it as an Audacity file. So you're not done yet. This is just saving it, so if you want to do future editing, you can. And then from there, you would go to File again after you've saved your Audacity file. Click on File, from the drop down click on Export Audio, or press Ctrl-Shift-E. Choose where you want to do it, either to audio.com or to export it directly to your computer. I usually just export it locally. I haven't had the time to really go and play around and set up the audio.com thing. So name your file, choose your various file, like your sample rate and your quality. If you want to get into that kind of thing, you can. I'm not going to talk about that. And then just export. Then you're going to have a file that you can use for your video games or whatever you want to use them, your movies, your really anything you want to use with it. So, alright, so that was how to create an explosion sound effect in Suno AI. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like. If you love messing around with music AI like Suno and making new tracks and learning new things to do, whether it's music or audio, please throw a subscribe on there so we can keep learning together as this technology evolves. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, share a comment of what was helpful to you, and if you didn't find it helpful, please feel free to share that. I love to hear what you have to say. Give me any kind of constructive feedback, even if it's negative. As long as I can learn from it, I'd love to grow my channel and make it better. And then lastly, if there's a video in Suno that you'd like to see me make and you've checked through my videos and I haven't made it yet, please share that. I'm learning every day, and I'd love to get in there and try to figure out and help you out if you have been having a problem with it. So with that being said, this is CBAI. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you all have a good one. Hey, you stuck around. So here's a little bit of a bonus scene. I've been playing around with Rosebud AI, which is used to make video games. With it, let me show you the sound that we just clipped and saved. We're going to put that into Rosebud AI and replace my explosion sound with the new one. So let's go in there. I'm in my game here. It's actually just running. Let's go to Assets. It is running a bit slow for me, fair warning on that. Go to Upload Asset. Browse for it. I've exported it. Let's see, I believe it was here. Choose your asset. It'll load up. This is our explosion sound. Let's check it out. Alright. So I named it YouTube _ toot _ explosion. So I'll go over into Rosie here and say replace the bad guy explosion sound with YouTube toot explosion, and hopefully it'll work. Now I gotta let it run. Alrighty, we got it working. So you'll see over here Rosie did the code, so I have replaced my old explosion sound with the one we just made in Suno. Check it out. I'm going to restart my game here, and it's going to take a second to load. It's a little bit slow today. Alright, check it out. Shoot that guy. Pause up music here so you can hear it a little bit more specific. Hear that? Oh no! All right, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. That was pretty cool, right?